Hello and welcome, Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wanted to talk to you with regards to your experience with the natural anxiety solution. But
Right.
before we get onto that, I want to talk to you about, let's just talk a little bit about what you've been through in the past, let's say 10 years. How did all of this anxiety sort of come up for you? Because it hasn't been a short ride.
No, 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 not even a short ride and not even like a fun ride. First of all, thank you, Gabby, for having me here and to share with all your viewers a little bit of my life.
Mhm.
And and well, the most important thing I guess here it's telling my story, but how your help helped me
Mhm.
to make this my life a little bit easier, right?
Mhm.
So as you mentioned, that's right. 10 years ago, I had a stroke in 2013,
Mhm.
and then I was in a coma for 4 days, and then I had a respiratory issue with it's generated by my liver, and my liver does not produce a protein, so that protein pretty much does not cover some membrane of my lungs, and this
Mhm.
protein that doesn't produce it, it's like eating my lungs. Therefore I have to be on this oxygen thing like 24/7 pretty much.
Mhm.
And so that created me like, oh man, like health issues, like problems with my family, because I am 100% dependent of, like my mother and my husband, and they have been stopped doing their own thing. So at some point uh, I mean, even they like it or not, or I like it or not,
Mhm.
they yeah, sometimes I felt like um they were telling on me, like, oh, because of you I need to stop, and because of you this, and because of your sickness. So it was really frustrating, and it was really hard for me to have this on my under my on my shoulders, Gabby.
Yeah.
and and then that's why I I show up in your life. I just ask you.
Yeah, you did. And so tell me, how has your life changed? How are you today in comparison to when we first met?
Oh man, oh no, well, I with you, and I always tell you, Gabby, like this amazing outcome of since every time I work with you, and you're like my coach, has been nothing short of like transformative. I mean, you changed my life, and I experienced like a profound shift of mindset. So you changed my mindset, you changed my confidence of myself. You gave me back that confidence and that like an overall well-being, like
Mhm.
um pretty much you gave me back this Jen, you can. There was no I don't know, before I met you, Gabby, I was like, again, like grappling with these struggles of fears, and I was scared of things, and then this anxiety thing started saying like what I'm gonna do, and then this and I was like clipping my hands and breaking my bones, and this and this and this. And when you appear, was more like, okay, let's gonna address this, let's gonna create something, let's make a plan, don't stress, don't just calm down, Jane, a little bit. And well, that's now how I actually like feel, like ever since I met you and I work with you, my anxiety has absolutely gone. It's just like, no, I embrace it, and I say, no, these struggles have to go. They just have to live my life.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I will be just like watching my life like this passing by.
Right.
So yeah.
And I don't think that the viewers understand just the level of struggle that you have been through. It's not for the faint of heart.
No.
So it hasn't just been those medical situations. There's been other compounded situations. There's been ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. There's the financial strain. You lost your career, you lost your home, you lost everything. So if it could be potentially a worst case scenario for anyone, you lived through it. And
Yes.
I'm so proud of the work that you've done. And I do have to say, and I'm going to be honest with everyone, it was a huge challenge because I even questioned whether I would be capable to help you through it, because the level of complexity of what you've been through
Yeah.
is beyond what I could have possibly imagined a human being to go through. So
Oh,
it was a leap of faith for the two of us. And I'm grateful for the lesson, because you are living proof that even in this type of scenario, this works.
yes,
Because
absolutely. Absolutely.
I've watched you take your power back, and because you were a very powerful, human, kind, compassionate individual before your life got turned upside down. And having been through everything, it would be very, very easy for anyone to go into victimhood and stay in victimhood. And you have proven to yourself and to the world that that is not who you are. So thank you.
No, no, no. But you know what, Gabby? I believe, and I firmly believe that that you just mentioned is actually the result of your job. And I mean, not your job as as an anxiety coach, and it helped me to go through this process, like you said, and
Mm-hmm.
like you mentioned, it was not just like the medical issue, the economical thing, the situation, the second coma, because I was in a coma for a second time for
Yes.
14 days. And then when I woke up, it was okay, fine. And I need to restart learning. So relearning how to sit, how to eat, how to this, how to that. And your companion, Gabby, and I don't know if I think, no, I've never told you this. But sometimes, Gabby, I was just feeling so bad. And I said, I need to talk to Gabby. And I need to talk to her because you are the only one that gave me back in that time that it was really, really like heavy, like the anxiety levels here and the stressful thing here. I say, I need to talk to you because I don't remember if you, I don't know if you remember when I told you, Gabby, something really funny happened, and something like it was like a magical moment between you and I. And it was when I opened my phone when I was sleeping. I opened my phone, and it was one of our like um meditations. And I was asleep, and I just click it. I just fall asleep, and then all this, like the calm, came back again to my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like ever since, Gabby, that I've been working with you and meeting you and being with you. Yes, this empowerment and this power that you mentioned is just because you bring it out again. You brought me back to life again, so to speak.
Yeah.
I knew that I was, like a powerful lady, but like punch after punch after punch after punch,
Mm.
sometimes you doubt about yourself.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you have to, yeah, exactly. You doubt about if you're capable or not. You
Yes.
doubt about I doubt when they like fire me on my job, and it was one of the most precious thing that I have, right? Or that I had. And when they send me like, no, you cannot work anymore, they just like, I felt like somebody like chopped my legs or my arms or something.
Yes.
And after these several punch things, or this punching bag that I felt at a certain point, you taught me how to deal with it and say, okay, Jen, now you have to go down. And now you have to like strike a little bit and move the side and move the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just like you say, like a compound work. And we have been working so good, so happy. And I felt this big, big huge transformation, it just transformed my life, Gabby. You transform my life, and you transform, this is an important thing, you transform like the moments that occur in my life that I began to challenge my limit, my beliefs, and you push me out of my comfort zone and say, no, Jen, you have to do this, and then you taught me how to embrace it, like my vulnerability as a strength rather than a weakness.
Yeah.
You know, and that's fantastic. I mean, that's something that I couldn't do it by myself. I know right here, right now, I can tell you that I couldn't do it by myself. I couldn't keep on receiving these punching things and doing nothing. And you make me this, came back and said, now I want to do more things. Now I want, and sorry to the people that is listening to me, but I'm what you see is what you get. And I remember, Gabby, that I tell you that sometimes I was even afraid of having a shower, Gabby. And you said, nope, go and jump into the ocean, jump into the shower, jump and do this and do this. I was like, oh, I can't. It's very hard for me. But then I always have you in my back, pushing me in a good way, right? And pushing me and saying, no, you have to go and you have to do it. So that was amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that you have, I mean, you're such a force to be reckoned with. You have taken on the government and legal battles too, because the medications that you require are very rare, very difficult to find, have access to financially as well. You have taken on the government as well in legal matters, malpractice. You've been through so much, and yet here we are. And we've gone through, the periods of the ups and the downs, and you've been in situations where we did another interview and another testimonial before, and you had a really hard time taking breaths in. And today, if it wasn't for the oxygen being inside of your nostrils, you don't show at all that you've been through all of this. So
yeah, I would like this. Ta-da!
I know. And it's such a difference. And I'm so proud, because it's what you have been through is one of the most difficult situations I've seen anybody have to go through in my life. And I know it's not something that you ever even fathomed having to go through, let alone conquer.
Yeah, it's like you mentioned. I said, like, okay, I need to understand what's going on. I need to fight for my life, like you mentioned. I need to fight for my life with getting like this medication, going through this legal action. It took me ages, Gabby, ages. Oh, well, like more than 3+ years to go and say, like, and I'll go to the courthouse and I go to this and I go to that. And then on top of that, I was feeling not that right, like medical, not right. I said, no, I have to do it. And then I have to go because I need to fight for my medication. And finally, I've got it. And now I'm feeling much better. But still, we are in a little this not very like comfort zone again, like we're still dealing with some things. But the big difference, Gabby, is that now I look my life in a completely different way.
Yeah.
I no longer worry about love of the, oh my, what if this happened? Or I'm gonna be like, oh no, I'm gonna what if I am the victim of this and that? And what if I can make this? What if I can't? Everything was negative. So you helped me to to my mindset, to change my mindset. As I'm very proud to tell you and to share with you that right here, right now, I'm in the second grade of law school. Yeah, I am studying. Well, I am marketeer, but this is my second university like career.
Yeah,
So I am studying law, and
fantastic.
maybe because I want to help, people just not to have to pass what I passed,
Yes.
against with this courthouse and lawyers and this and that, and so yeah, I'm studying law, and also I'm studying genetics. I have a diploma on genetic, like genoma humano, on the genetics. I think
The
it's
yeah, human genome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Human genome. That's amazing. So that little different things, it was as a result of what you always told me, like, Jen, you have to do this. Why don't you try and like learn something different, or read these books, and this eager of learning, and this eagerness of change from negative to positive, while I was probably in the worst of my times.
Mm-hmm.
That opens my eyes and said, yeah, I'm gonna follow what Gabby says, and yeah, I can tell you right here, right now, it was safe, it was effective. It was a process, obviously, that that required dedication and commitment from my side. That everything you said, that you tell me to, that I we were working together. It's not like you tell me and I it was like obedience, right? But it was like
Mm-hmm.
a communication. And yes, like I said, it was a process, but that process, I thought it would take ages, ages, and it wasn't. It was quite fast, and it was quite yeah, it required, again, like dedication and commitment, but the results came relatively like quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So, having said everything that I told you about my medical condition, my my fear about life, my fear about being alive, you know. So that's what I'm saying, like relatively, because it was quickly, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I I believe that this speaks, Gabby, of your or the program, again, like, against anxiety, and it which speaks its efficacy or efficiency, efficiency,
Efficacy, yes. So it's
yeah,
effective. Yeah.
efficacy, and it facilitating, like this meaningful, like, change. And it was meaningful because I am a different one. I am actually like a different, yet I'm still Jennifer. I'm still
Very
Jen.
much so. Yes.
I'm still Jen, and we said, yeah, it's gonna be like a short interview. I knew we wouldn't.
Okay.
But and just a huge opportunity to let anybody, like, which listen to this audio or video. Uh, I mean, I'm nobody to say that advice, but my tip, if you really want, and if you are really struggling with anxiety symptoms, or like, and that is to prioritize your self-care, you have, or you need to seek support from a qualified professional. You have to be open and exploring different modalities that resonate with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, and I'm talking to you, that maybe you are listening to me and you are struggling with medical condition, with economical conditions, that they're avoiding to enjoy your life and to live your life. And I recommend you, and I believe that I want you to remember that your journey to healing and empowerment is unique. My problems are Jen problems, and your problems will be all, obviously your problems. But the only common people that we might have is Gabby. So trust, like, in this empowerment that she can bring you, and trust in yourself, and trust in the process, because the process works.
Yeah.
And it makes you definitely like it get back to life. It gives you your life back.
Yeah.
And Gabby did so to me. So I'm really happy. I'm really, really, really like, it's priceless. There's no word, Gabby, that I can tell you how much I love you, and you know that.
I love you right back, sweetheart.
And I love you more. Yeah, it's just amazing what you've done. It's just, yeah. I mean, from from advices, from Jen, I think you should be doing this. No, Gabby, but this and that. Oh well, okay, well, no. And then you, and a week after, Jen, what are you doing? Are you doing this? Yeah, Gabby, I'm feeling great, and I'm feeling this, and I'm feeling. So you push and push and push and push, always in a good way, in a respectful
Yeah,
way, in a super professional and respectful, professional, friendly, um, and most of it like with love to the others, to be healed, to be living their lives the way it has to be lived. I I believe that,
absolutely.
and that's somebody that, I mean, that's a gift, Gabby. And I always told you that is a gift, and you're a gift woman.
Thank you.
And the gift is that you share that with people that is in need, and people that knock at your door and said, Gabby, I need help. And you have always been there. And by the way, you can call her like 2 a.m. and she will answer. Well, no, sure.
um,
You know,
Let
but
me ask you, Jen,
yeah.
could you have foreseen the Jen that we see today 6 years ago?
Oh, no, no way. No. It was like, no, 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 no. I mean, even though 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I said, yes, I'm going to give it a go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try. I'm going to open my mind. I'm going to believe. I'm going to open to believe and open to say, I want to be the same Jennifer that was 14 years ago, right? So I need help. So I raised my hand. I said, yes. But to your question, no way. As I'm right now, as I'm like right here, right now, no way. No, I mean, not even not even here. I was like, no, I thought, yes, I'm going to change. Yes, she's going to help me. Yes, I'm going to hear some support, and maybe she's going to teach me some strategies or um, way to go to achieve things that I need to. But no, not like this, Gabby. I didn't. No, I mean, come
Yeah.
on, I'm studying law. So it's like from a comma to studying law is like a big jump.
And it's beautiful. But Jen, I want to talk about a specific situation because I think it's very important. As you've said, you need to have the oxygen 24/7. And
Yes,
this oxygen is hooked up to a machine that's battery powered, etc.
yes,
And going to get your weekly injections is a long ride for you. Or
yes.
at least when we started working together, you lived a little bit further away.
Yep.
And it was what, like a 2 hour drive?
Yeah, pretty much like 1 hour and a half, 2 hour. Yeah, one
Right.
140. Yep.
Right. And one of the things that we were working on was visualizing yourself being independent of the oxygen.
Yes.
And on this particular day, very, very hot day, because
Oh,
of the location where Jen lives, the car broke down,
yes.
the
Oh,
oxygen ran out,
burnouts. Yes.
and the battery ran out.
Yes. That's
Correct?
correct. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yes.
And oh man, I just felt like something on my tummy right now because that was so true, man. I was just like, I, I mean, if I weren't with you back in that time, probably I would. In that moment, it was we were on the way back. We were under 33 Celsius degrees, so the
With
heat does,
humidity. Yes.
and then like this warm temperature does not help me to breathe normal, you know. And then all of a sudden, it was like, the car broke. Boom. Okay. In the middle of nowhere, Gabby, in the middle of nowhere.
I know.
So it was not like a PowerPoint to connect my oxygen, my portable one. There was nowhere to connect this thing. I was like, oh my, what I'm gonna do? I said, okay, what will Gabby say? Okay, stay calm, breathe. Okay. I said, but shoot, I don't have oxygen, so I'm gonna breathe. And then I started like, okay, breathe. Remember what Gabby said, breathe. Okay, take it easy. Everything has a solution. And then this was Jennifer, the calm one. And then the Jennifer, the left one was like oh my God, you're gonna die. You're gonna be here. I was like, I was fighting with myself, and I was like, left brain side. You don't have nothing to say here. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm gonna listen to you. So I was like, okay, I'm back to ground zero. Instead, I'm gonna relax. Now it's gonna arrive some help. And then remember that police arrived. And the police guy said, yes, because I can plug my oxygen into their car, the police car.
Mm-hmm.
And the policeman said, well, I'm sorry, but I can allow you to plug it because if something happened to you, I'm not able to, I'm not capable. And it's a way that's far my responsibility to, pretty much was saying, if you die in my car patrol, it's going to be my problem.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's okay, no problem. Just let me, can I just jump into your patrol and just put the aircon, please, so I can breathe? By the time my oxygen just like get back to the normal temperature. And he said, well, yeah, okay, thank you. But for me, try to imagine, guys, for me, jump down to the car, walk without oxygen to the car patrol thing, jump again, making these efforts, and then dealing with my mind with, you're gonna be fine. And I was like, you can make it, you can make it, you can remember Gabby's word, you can make it, you can make it. And then I made it.
Yes, I remember you wrote me, Gabby, you won't believe what happened.
I said, you have no idea what happened. I said, what happened? Please, this. But yeah, it was one of I think if somebody asked me, like, if that was my exam, sorry, to pass my
belief test,
that was my exam. Yeah. And I'm sure that I got a 10 or like a 10 out of 10.
You absolutely did.
Oh, we both. Yeah, because you were there the whole time. I was like, Gabby would say this. Okay. No. Gabby would say, no, Jen, don't panic. Gabby would say, no. Keep it easy. Calm down. Relax. Breathe. And I was breathing. And then, yeah, it worked. And it was, now that you mentioned that, oh, man. Yeah, that's right. Again, I reinforce what I just told you before, Gabby. It was, you have no idea the positive impact you have had in my life, and how you have helped me to be Jennifer again. The one that is untamable and powerful, and I can do whatever I want, and the superpower, and the superwoman, and the tan. Just missing my like that Superman wife, or I don't know if it's the boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't know, the Wonder Woman. Like I'm just giving like it's missing my turning around.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it was all this work with you. Again, it's not in one session, but in one session you can realize how good you are. That's for sure. And I don't know if anybody's gonna see me, but I can put my hand on, If I had a Bible here, I would put like I'm telling the truth. In one session, they will see how good you are, Gabby. And it's can I say something? Just
sure.
Okay. the very first one, the very first session that we had, I said, okay, I'm going to be open. Well, by 15 minutes after, I was just like, yeah, I'm open. Not even 15 minutes, like 10 minutes after, I was like, yeah, yes, you're right. And I remember that I asked you, Gabby, how do you know this? I mean, I don't remember what I asked you or what we're talking about. I said, but how, how, how do you know that answer? How? And you were just trust me. I said, yes, I trust you, but tell me. I mean, come on, tell me. Just
Yeah.
share a little bit. Who told you that? No, yeah, really, you spoke with my mom. Yeah, and it was amazing. Just that very first session, it was just like the link and the bond and the hook and the begin. Well, the began of this, the beginning of this great. Yes, we work together, but then that working sessions become more like friendship, and that's awesome because there's nothing better than see somebody that you like and somebody that you love that has passed a lot of difficulties, and then see her or him outside that bumpy road. And
Yeah.
I believe that in your case, on your side or on the fence, on the side fence you are watching this, I believe it's just amazing that you have the opportunity to talk to many Jennifers with different situations.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure that all of them has something really nice to say about you. That I just did because it just came from my heart, my Gabby.
Thank you so much, Jen.
Don't
This has
cry.
been wonderful. Thank you
Don't cry
so
because they're
much.
gonna cry.
No. If anything, they're tears
It's
of
happiness.
joy.
Exactly.
They're tears of joy. So
Yes. Yes.
thank you for giving me the opportunity to work with you, Jen. Thank you for being my teacher as well.
Oh,
And thank you for your strength. Yes, so much. Because this beautiful butterfly that came from this work, I am so in awe of, and your strength is inspirational. And I know you're going to write a book and a movie's going to be made about your story, because this is, you're truly a force to be reckoned with.
oh, thank you. And well, my book is ready. I finished a lot of like writing thing,
Good.
but I just need to, start now the process of putting it up and all this thing.
Good.
But I believe, you know what, Gavin, now you mentioned that. I think a book, it will be a little bit short of all my, from when Jennifer, the very first day that she opens her eyes in this world, it will be really short, like a movie. Or maybe you could make like a Harry Potter one, or like Lord of the Rings.
You can make it a series of books, because what you have gone through is truly
Oh,
spectacular.
yeah, man. Like, remember the day that I told you that from in one day they fired me from 2 jobs, the same day, the same right day. I was like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? This and that. But I didn't met you if I was what, it was in
It was
2005.
prior, yeah, a few years prior to that. But yeah,
But
there's
remember
been a
that I
lot.
still have that. Yeah, I still have that little thing of itchiness in my. Now I don't care. Now we
Now
talk.
you took your power back.
It's like something like that now.
Yeah.
I lost it, but yeah, thank you so much, Gabby. I every single message on WhatsApp and that I say thank you, it's with my heart. It's not me
I know.
talking, it's my heart. It's my soul, and it's my how can I say agradecimiento? My
Gratitude.
thankful, my
Yeah.
gratitude, my gratitude, my thankfulness, my be so yeah, so grateful with you, and so happy to have you in my life. And
Thank
that's a gift again that God sent me, because you're like a little beautiful angel.
you. Thank you, Jen.
That's what you are.
So are you.
Yeah, but you're better because you talk over there. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, you do.
Oh,
Jen, it's been such a pleasure. I look forward to speaking soon again, and thank you for doing this with me, okay?
no, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to share, and it's a pleasure that anyone out there really listen, like real experience things. This is not like, oh yeah, let's go to American interview. Oh yeah, hello, Gabby, how are you? Good morning. Not running, and I'm sorry if my English is not that good, but
Oh my
well,
gosh.
yeah, it's like,
No.
it's like okay, it's a English Spanish one.
We get each other. That's all that matters.
Exactly. And I believe like the most important thing is our heart, like speak the same language,
Yeah.
and that's what matters. And to anyone out there listening to this, yes, please contact Gabby. And if you're in a situation which you believe you need help, it is okay to recognize that somebody needs help. It is okay to recognize and lift your hand and say, I need help from someone. I need help to be again whoever you are.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure that if you approach Gabby, she will be able to help you. And if not, she will be able to say, I can't help you, but I don't think so. But just that level of certainty and that level of honesty you can expect from Gabby. She will tell you everything. And that's fantastic. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get back your life back, because it's going to be much painful if you don't do it. So just give it a shout out and reach out to her and talk to her. She's always open, not in the middle of the night, but she's always open, like I do, but she's always open to talk to you. So, and Gabby, thank you again. God bless
God bless you. Bye, hon.
you. I love you.
Love
Bye.
you too. Bye.